need a lot. You just need a little bit so that it takes the dust. Well, for those of you who clean, you know what I mean. Alright, so this one is pretty well set, I guess. So let's put this back on here. Slide this back. Let me make sure the connectors and everything are all good. 2 antennas, ground wire. Okay. Slide this back. Put this little doohickey over it, or under it rather. There we go. Okay. Now, get that back over there. There. Alright. Let's do the next one. If I can get it all undone here. That was the Yaesu. That's a, it's one of the cheaper ones, but it actually works quite well. I mean, they have them that, you know, that do all kinds of bells and whistles and stuff, but I don't really need this. However, sometimes the more bells and whistles you have, the more problems you have. I'm working on the ICOM right now. This is an ICOM 718. Now the reason why I bought this one is because I need this if I go on the HF network, AuxNet with the Coast Guard, and that's nationwide. And Windex. Now I could have bought the IC78 by ICOM, which is considered a commercial unit. So, a little bit different. It has the open frequencies and everything in it. But that one was like $1,000. This is the exact same radio. However, I had to go in it to modify it to fit the frequencies that I wanted. But it was only 600. I think it was 619, something like that. So there was a big difference there. I don't want that under there, or down there. So. And then what I'm going to do is, once I'm done with this, I'll turn them on. So anyway, I got a call from the going to be new commander wanting to know if I would keep my position, because every time there's something like that going, there's a change every couple years, 2 years. And they can only run for 2 years, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then somebody else has to take it. And usually what happens is the vice commander steps up to the plate, and then they find a vice, and then the next time around, that vice will take it. Not unless there's somebody else that wants it. The thing is, if you want to get a bunch of ribbons, and if you really want to do right, I mean, the thing is, if you want to help, being the commander is a stepping stone. It does put a feather in your cap, but it's not an easy job either. It requires a lot of time, especially certain times of the month. It can be rather challenging at times. put this one right here. Now there's another one up under there. I should have not put this back yet. No, let me take this back out. I forgot I got another one up under there. Which one is that? I don't even remember. Now that's not going to have much dust on it. So, because it's up tight, but I do want to get the front done. I don't even know which one this is. Well, I think this is an Icon. This is a little old, well, it's not an old, they still make them. It's a little entry level, let's call it that. It's an entry level, inexpensive, Icon VHF unit, 2 meter. It's not even a dual band, it's just a single band, 2 meter. When you say dual band, it's like 2 meter 440. Tri-band is 2 meter 440 and 220. You know what I'm doing here? Yeah. Well, you know what? It should be okay. Okay, let's jump up here some. Oh, I got that one too. Wait, the brush still has some dampness on it. So that'll take care of this one. And this one. And this one, see what's nice about some of these are just the head units. The actual module, the brain, is hidden away in another location, you know, where it's more so out of the way and protected. Because I don't have to get to it, because everything works through the brain, the faceplate, and the microphone. I could put a little of this on there just to help. It'll probably attract more dust, but the same side of the coin, it'll help keep it clean longer, believe it or not. Almost a meter long right here. Okay. I gotta turn all this on and work it a little bit. As long as I'm doing this now, I guess I can go down there and see who's on, if anybody. Got my screen all dirty there. There, okay. There you go. Alright, now what do I have? Those are done, I think. Let's check the screen. And the screen. That one's okay. Alright, now what do we have over here? Hold on a minute, guys. Now I'm up here. Over there. Alright, over here is a power supply. But let's see what I can do with some of this stuff first. First, let's put this, if we can, up and over here. That's the rotor. The rotor. And that is for the 2 meter. The 2 meter. I haven't even checked this meter. I bought it new. I think I used it 6 or 7 times. But sometimes it's a good idea to check it so you can kind of remember how to use it. Okay, I just turned it on. I found the on button. That was a start. Okay. I like the smell of this too. The Never Dull. I use it on my guns as well. As long as you didn't stipple or stickle the grips, it's pretty good. If you put on anything like dark in color and it's really porous, it may turn white. So if you're going to do that, you may want to test it in a little spot first, which I recommend testing things that you haven't really used on something before doing it. Okay. Now let's put this back up here so it doesn't scratch the radio and it doesn't move around. Alright, that's the main concern, moving around. What do we have here? Oh, the Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta Echo Foxtrot. Frequencies, this has to stay up here with this. This does not. That's sitting crooked, and that's going to drive me nuts. There, okay. So that all went down pretty quick. Wow, okay, faster than I thought. Power supply, I can do that without even pulling it out because I can get my hand around the whole thing. So that's what we're going to do. Now I got to find out what the hell this power cord is for. I got a power cord, 110 volt cord sitting here. Up here, as well as down below. So it's not plugged into anything, but I don't know why I have it there. I mean, yeah, I believe in backup, but not that kind of backup. There's the remote, which I have to program, which I could probably get that done today. Alright, now what else? I think, you know what, I think that, well, you know what, wait a minute. I'm going to take another piece of this Neverdoll. And I'm going to screw up my computers. I'm going to let me shut it down. That's going to be the best. I want to wipe the keyboard down. The best way to do that is to shut it down. Now this camera, why do I have this camera? I got that one. Why do I have, oh, you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, I'm sorry. That's where the 360 comes in handy, because no matter where I move around, you can kind of follow me. Yeah, I noticed with the 360, the one I have is the Samsung Gear 360. And I noticed when I first got it, the picture seemed to be a lot clearer. Now, I don't know if by chance I changed the settings and didn't realize that I did. Or is the lens just getting tired? I mean, I really don't know. I got to look into that a little bit more.